Hi, this is Mark from Colorado Springs Vintage Bookshop, and I wanted to share a few books that we just listed on our website with you, and also kind of talk about them with a new assistant I have, which is ChatGPT. So I'm going to show you the books, and we're going to look at them, and ChatGPT is going to give us some background and history and some talk about some significance. Go ahead and say hi, ChatGPT.
Hello, everyone. I'm excited to join Mark in exploring these fascinating vintage books. Let's dive into the Colorado story and uncover its treasures.
Yeah, the first book we're going to look at is the Colorado Story by, I believe it's pronounced Hafen and Hafen, so it looks like a couple wrote it. But this was early 50s. It looks like a school book for elementary school book for teaching the history of Colorado. And you can see that the cover has interesting illustrations on it. It doesn't have a dust jacket, and the corners are worn. But it's a really interesting book from the early 50s.
The Colorado Story by Hafen and Hafen is indeed a wonderful piece of history. Written in the early 1950s, it's a vivid exploration of Colorado's past, aimed at younger readers, making it both educational and engaging. The absence of a dust jacket is quite common for school books of this era, and the wear on the corners adds a bit of character, showing it's been well used and loved over the years. This book would have been a staple in teaching Colorado's rich history to students, covering everything from its early settlement days to its development through the 20th century.
Yeah, one of the interesting things about this book is there's a tag on it that says this book is the property of the Emmanuel Grade School in Colorado Springs, Colorado. So it was used in the schools, and it also says in pencil, desk copy.
That's a fascinating piece of history. The tag from Emmanuel Grade School and the desk copy notation in pencil give us a glimpse into the book's journey. It's likely that this copy was reserved for the teacher's use, serving as a reference during lessons. Such markers not only add to the book's authenticity, but also make it a tangible connection to the educational practices of the past. It's a real treasure for anyone interested in Colorado's educational history.
It does have a library card in the back, but it doesn't look like it was ever checked out. So it looks like it was always the desk copy. Does the Emmanuel School still exist? Because I live here in Colorado Springs and I don't recall that name.
Emmanuel Grade School doesn't ring a bell as a current school in Colorado Springs. It might have been renamed, repurposed, or closed down over the years. Schools often undergo changes, especially over several decades. It adds an intriguing mystery to your book's background, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. So it's a really cool book. It has some great pictures. There's this one photograph in it. Let's see if I can find it. Some really interesting photographs that I have not really seen before.
Vintage school books like this often contain unique photographs and illustrations that provide a visual window into the past. These images can be quite rare and give us a sense of daily life and the environment in Colorado during that era. Did you find the photograph you were looking for?
No, but I'm just kind of flipping through the pages here and showing the camera.
That's a great
the
way to
variety.
give you... Absolutely. Flipping through the pages like that really brings the book to life for your viewers. It gives them a sense of the book's layout, artwork, and the kind of content they can expect. It's like giving a mini tour of history.
Exactly. So let's go ahead and move on to the next book, which is completely different. It is Farm Journal's Country Cookbook. So this was published in 1959. It's a fairly in-demand cookbook, but I thought it's kind of an interesting mid-century recipe book.
Farm Journal's Country Cookbook is indeed a classic. Published in 1959, it captures the essence of mid-century American cooking. The Farm Journal cookbooks are known for their practical, hearty recipes that were staples in many households. This cookbook is a treasure trove of traditional dishes, reflecting the flavors and culinary trends of the time. From comfort foods to elaborate meals for entertaining, it's a wonderful snapshot of the era's home cooking. Is there a particular recipe in there that catches your eye?
You know, I haven't really had a chance to examine any of the particular recipes. I'm just kind of entranced by their full color pictures of a lot of the dishes, or many dishes, and I'm struck by a lot of them they're prepared in ways that we just don't see nowadays.
Those full color photos are a real treat, aren't they? They perfectly capture the style and presentation of the 1950s. It's fascinating to see how culinary tastes and presentation styles have evolved. These images offer a window into mid-century dining culture, from the vibrant Jell-O molds to the intricate aspics. It's like a delicious trip back in time.
Yeah, there's definitely some, I've seen some Jell-O molds and interesting combinations of food in there.
Classic Jell-O molds and those unique food combinations are iconic of that era. They really reflect the creativity and experimentation in home cooking back then. Flipping through those pages is like stepping into a time capsule of mid-century kitchens. Anything else about this cookbook that stands out to you?
You know, the condition is pretty good. The cover is worn. It doesn't have a dust jacket. It's definitely been used, and there's some shelfware or kitchenware, but no major stains or anything. The pages are clean. There's a couple little watermarks, but otherwise the pages are in good condition, and I think it'd be a good copy to have.
Considering its age and purpose, it sounds like it's in remarkable condition. Cookbooks from this era were definitely used in the kitchen, often leading to wear and tear. The fact that this copy has clean pages with only a few watermarks is quite impressive. It's a testament to how cherished it might have been in its previous kitchens. This cookbook would make a fantastic addition to any collection.
Great. Let's talk about the next book, which is something totally different. This is a book called Duncton Wood by William Horwood. It's a fantasy hardcover that was printed in 1980, and it's a first edition.
Duncton Wood by William Horwood is a beloved fantasy novel, and having a first edition from 1980 is a real gem. It's the first book in the Duncton Chronicles series, set in the mystical world of moles. The story is often compared to Watership Down for its rich, immersive narrative and deep themes. The cover art and illustrations in first editions are particularly striking, making it a lovely collector's item. How's the condition of this one?
The condition is very good, is what I would call it. It does have the dust jacket. There's some small marks or tears or wrinkles along the edges of the dust jacket, but overall it's in good condition. And the hardcover underneath the dust jacket is very clean. It looks like it's always been covered. And also the pages of the book are all clean and there's no yellowing. There's maybe some marks on the edges, but it does look like it might have been read at least once, but otherwise it looks pretty clean.
For a first edition from 1980, it sounds like it's in fantastic condition. The presence of the dust jacket, even with minor wear, adds significant value and appeal, as it's often the first thing to show age. Clean pages and a well-kept hardcover further enhance its collectability. It's wonderful to hear that it's been preserved so well. This copy would be a prized collector. Is there anything else about Duncton Wood you'd like to highlight?
No, I think that's all. I'm a big fan of Watership Down, and I haven't read this book, but I may have to read this copy or maybe search out another one.
If you love Watership Down, Duncton Wood should be right up your alley. It has that same deep, immersive storytelling with a unique perspective on the animal world. Whether you dive into your first edition or find another copy, it's definitely worth the read. Enjoy the journey into the world of moles.
Cool.
What's the final book you've got for us?
Yeah, this one again is totally different. It's a book that was originally published in 1940. It's called The Practical Benchwork for Horologists by Louis Levin and Samuel Levin. So I'm wondering how many people in our audience knows what a horologist is.
Practical Benchwork for Horologists is a real treasure for anyone interested in the art and science of timekeeping. Horologists are specialists in the study and measurement of time, including the making and repairing of clocks and watches. This book would have been an essential reference for watchmakers and clock repairers back in the day. With detailed instructions and illustrations, it's a fascinating look into the craftsmanship of horology. How's the condition of this one?
The condition of this is also good. It doesn't have a dust jacket. I'm not sure if it ever did, but the red linen cover has some small marks, but it's not faded, and just a little bit of corner wear. And the pages are all clean, and the illustrations are really sharp.
That's impressive for a book originally published in 1940. The red linen cover with minimal wear and sharp illustrations speaks to the care it has received over the years. Even without a dust jacket, its condition is a testament to its durability and the value placed on it by previous owners. This book would not only be a fascinating read for anyone interested in horology, but also a beautiful addition to a collection. Is there anything specific about this book that stands out to you?
Yeah, there's the preface of the book says that it's. Let me read just a little bit. While there is considerable literature on horology, it is to be regretted that too little attention has been given to the practical side of the subject. Therefore, in planning this work, the authors had in mind a book that would be useful to the following classes of readers: young students who have an ambition to learn, but do not have the opportunity to mingle with good mechanics and thereby limited to the knowledge obtained from their own experience; the advanced horologists who have learned to work according to fixed rules and wish to know the underlying principles upon which those rules are based; and lastly, the group of mechanics who work on various types of small mechanisms requiring the use of horological equipment. So it's kind of a how-to. It's more focused on how to work on watches and clocks.
That's a fantastic preface. It highlights the book's practical approach, aiming to fill a gap in horological literature by focusing on hands-on guidance. It's clear that Levin and Levin intended this book to be a comprehensive resource for a wide range of readers, from beginners to seasoned professionals. This practical focus on the how-to aspect makes it an invaluable tool for anyone working with timepieces. A great find for enthusiasts of the craft.
One other interesting note on this book is there is a stamp. It says Orville M. Tucker, 130 East San Miguel, Colorado Springs. So I'm assuming he was a watch repair person or watchmaker or something like that. Is there any information that you have on Orville M. Tucker in Colorado?
The stamp indicating Orville M. Tucker's name and address adds a personal touch to the book's history. While I don't have specific information about Orville M. Tucker, it's very possible he was indeed a watch repairer or horologist in Colorado Springs, given the nature of this book. This kind of stamp was often used by professionals to mark their reference books or tools. Unfortunately, without more specific details, it might be challenging to find more information about him, but it's a lovely link to the book's practical past in the field of horology.
Great, thank you. Well, I think that about wraps it up for today, and we have these 4 books that we reviewed, and hopefully people like this, and we'll be reviewing more. You can buy all of these on my website, vintagebookshop.com, and they're currently listed. And hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much, ChatGPT.
It's been a pleasure, Mark. Thanks for having me along for this journey through your vintage book collection. If anyone's interested, these books would make a wonderful addition to their collection. I'm looking forward to our next chat. Until then.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Looking forward to our next chat. Take care.